just played through the middle of the song. You know what? I give. If this works, it works, and I don't care anymore. Welcome to BrickFeed, episode 124. I'm Eljay.
I'm Trooper.
I'm Meso.
I'm Invi.
I'm Ben.
I'm Hayley.
I'm Leo.
I'm Starbreaker.
And I
Hey,
give
guys.
up. I give up.
Aw.
You win,
Eljay
podcast.
needs a hug.
You've gotten everything you wanted, all right? You've
Cue
got
the
a
music.
weird shut. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna cue it from the friggin' start, cause at least
Do it. You won't.
Yes.
I just did. Now what, Ben? You can hear it.
Oh,
All
So
right,
you
hello,
have
welcome to the
something?
BrickFeed.
this is my jam.
We be jamming, fam. Now drop the bass.
Now drop the bricks. Am I right?
Yeah.
Drop the bricks. Do some tricks. Oh, what's going on?
What do you think is going on, myself? The things that
Drop the
always
bricks.
go on
Do
around
some
here.
tricks.
Shenanigans.
Sure, we'll go with
Awful.
shenanigans.
Antics.
We'll go with antics.
Are we actually live?
We're
Antics
live.
is doing his
It's
Ninjago.
actually working. Woo!
Yeah.
You did the impossible, Eljay. You
Yeah.
are a great asset.
You
Fourth
saw the
time's the
invisible.
charm.
What?
Wow.
Of course,
Don't
the,
ruin the immersion, Hayley. Come on.
the thumbnail is screwed up. I know that much.
I got
but-
you. I got
Thank
you,
you.
fam.
No, it isn't.
It varies depending on.
Yeah, it looks fine to me. On my end.
I will do a double check. Either way, hello everyone.
Yeah.
It's been a bit.
Hi. It has
Hello.
been a bit.
What up, dudes?
It's been forever since I've heard
Y'all.
from most of you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been
how-
like over
dude.
a month.
I feel
How
like
you
I've
two
never
been?
heard from you.
How have the newbies been?
What? Excuse me.
How have the newbies
You
been?
think it's okay to talk to me?
Not you, man.
Oh,
Zach and Leah.
Well, it's
How are
been
you
great.
guys doing?
Yo, I'll let you
Fine.
go first.
I'm fine. I already said I've been sleeping 24/7.
I feel like I talked to you last night.
I know, yeah, same.
24/7, bro.
That's
you
true.
talked to him in his sleep, dude.
Yeah, apparently.
What is sleep?
Are you sleeping right now?
No, I'm actually awake, sadly. So
That's true.
This
So-
is all a dream, Leo. Leo, you're
All
still
a
asleep.
dream.
This is a dream.
oh no.
Bionicle is back. Christian favors. Biovival is here.
Oh no.
Are you really talking about this garbage here?
Yes, it's gonna be a Lego team.
It's Leo's dream.
It's gonna be.
Whoa.
GTA.
No. No.
Wake up, Leo.
Maybe I shouldn't have
Wake
been.
up. We miss you.
Oh yeah, wake up, Leo, with all the sleep you're getting.
Zach, how you been?
I've been doing alright, pretty alright, I must say.
Are you excited to talk about some Lego?
I am. There's some really cool stuff coming up here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But first, we have to do
Oh, yeah.
the tradition.
Yes.
The question. Oh wait, he stepped away.
we are,
Oh,
no, I didn't, Meso. I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
Where's
no,
Eljay? No,
we don't have to do the tradition yet because we have plugs to do at the beginning of the episode, which is proper.
I was about to say, wait, we didn't do any plugs. Hmm.
As usual,
Plug it.
just in case this video gets copied, head on over to the TTV message boards at board.ttvchannel.com. Bunch of good stuff happening over there, including Lego author Greg Farshty answering questions to this very day. We also, on that same note, have canon contests coming up pretty soon. They're going to be starting on June 1st. Head on over to the topic there to see the rules and start gearing up for the first one, which will be for Toa Helrix. Then head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/the channel, where you can donate as low as $1 a month and join our Patreon Discord server. Additionally, we have a Minecraft server where you can explore the island of Matanui and the island of Voyanui, amongst others. Finally, make sure to check us out over on Twitter at the TTV channel, and of course, all of our individual sort of Twitter accounts. And finally, because today is a really cool day and a bunch of cool stuff is coming out, make sure to head on over to BZ Power. That's going to be their YouTube channel, BZ Power, for their on the spot premiere that we were a part of during Brick Fair, Virginia 2019. It's going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and it will be a blast.
Be
Who
there
was on
or
the
be
spot?
square.
Who was on it?
I still
Who was
have
on the
bootleg
spot?
footage for that on my phone.
Yeah.
Who was on it? Who was on the spot?
Well, why don't you... People should just go watch it and find out who was on it.
There you go. Fair. All right. I'll check.
You got me there.
It wasn't me.
Pretty excellent. You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So
All right. Now, we will move on into... Man, I am swinging aces today.
Dude, you're like just waking up.
Dude, I have been just waking up.
this is all a
I-
dream.
Who's
It was
sleepier, you or Leo?
I did not
We're
get
in
a lot of
someone's
sleep.
dream.
I was up all night working on the remixed review that came out today,
Dang.
and
Sounds
I
boring.
played sleep roulette, where I went to sleep. I lied down for a nap without setting an alarm and woke up 20 minutes before the video needed to go live.
LJ, you're still in sleep
Eljay.
roulette. We're trying to contact you from the other side.
Wake up.
You're gonna wake up in
Wake up,
5 minutes,
Eljay.
and it'll be.
Yeah.
Wake
So, anyway, per tradition, since the last time we did a brick feed, have you guys gotten any new Lego sets and or built any new Lego sets?
Me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me,
Anybody else? No, I'm
pick
kidding.
me.
Literally anybody else. No.
I had the absolute pleasure of building Ninjago docks, which was a lot of fun. I know LJ, you've built a Ninjago docks.
Ninjago dogs? Yo.
It's like Nintendo dogs, but in Ninjago. But I haven't connected it with
The city.
Ninjago City because they're in two different places. Like
Your setup would
docks
physically
is-
not allow for that.
and also I have way too much on my dresser to fit both of them.
Exactly.
But I really do enjoy docks. It's a really cool setup. The minifigures are great. In fact, my family took the minifigures from that and put it on my birthday cake. I got concerned that they didn't wash them, but they washed the minifigures and put them on there because they've been collecting dust for a
You
while.
don't know where those have been.
I didn't want dusty cupcakes.
Dust cake,
No.
dust cake.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun to build. I actually built it with my brother. My brother helped out a lot, so that was really cool that we did that
Based
together.
Chris.
Oh yeah, Chris helped out a ton with that. But yeah, it's great. Great great set.
Do you have the city as well?
Tons
I
of
have
fun.
City as well. I do.
Ah,
City
okay.
took me like half a year to build because I kept like
You kept
building
putting it
a
off.
bag and then putting it off and building another bag, and then I think one time I broke one of the buildings, like the really fragile wood building on the side, and I was just so fed up.
That was funny. So I guess you could say Ninjago City rocks.
What?
Man,
What?
I actually played crickets.
My brain first went to how does this connect with Cole? Because Cole's not Ninjago City. Cole's in Ninjago Docks.
No,
But then
it's
I lost the
docks.
train of
And rocks and dogs.
Shut up.
Dogs and
The new
rocks.
set, Ninjago City rocks.
Ninjago City. That'll be the other set that they'll put on the other side of City.
Meso, I
Just
think
just a pile of rocks.
the only thing that can stretch about as much as that Meso is a rubber band.
Yeah.
Hashtag give Meso a break.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
it
you're
says.
going on break, buddy. This ain't your
No.
choice.
Yeah.
You know what they
See ya.
should put on the other side of Ninjago City? They do Ninjago City Beach because they highlighted the beach a lot in the movie. That'd be really cool to put on the other
Beaches
side.
are closed.
Oh, Haley, you should know by now. We're not getting any more
We're not
Ninjago
gonna
movie
get any more
sets.
Ninjago movie sets.
Or any movies in
Because
general.
except for Universal.
And Universal's not showing movies in movie theaters anymore.
Oh no.
Well,
We don't have to go to
No,
a
that's
giant
please
dark
on the
room where
big
everything's
screen.
super loud and smells.
AMC
No.
theaters won't be showing them anymore.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
the chain that's like barely
Well,
hanging on.
Regal just joined AMC, I believe.
Oh boy.
So
It's getting bigger.
that's a discussion for another day. But yes, I
Anyways.
built that set. It was a lot of fun. It's really pretty, and every single time my dogs walk past it, I have a miniature heart attack. But other than that, I'm good.
They will destroy it. It's just a matter of-
I've built 2 Lego sets since we last talked.
Ooh.
Go on.
The Mandalorian Battle Pack, which I am very impressed with the detailing of the figure's armor. I'm not gonna lie, especially the helmet printing. It's neat. And
dude,
then
I actually got that set too. It's beautiful.
yeah, the speeder's pretty nifty. I'm still not quite a fan of the stud launchers, but that's just personal opinion. Other than that, I recently turned a year older and now have the what is it? The Rise of Skywalker version of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh,
And
damn.
I can say
Not
that I've
bad.
had the pleasure of building 2 different versions of the Millennium Falcon and inspecting 4
Nice.
different versions of them, and I swear they focus on a different part of the interior every time. The
That's part of the
the
collecting
last-
experience.
yeah. The last version of the Millennium Falcon I built was the one that was released shortly before The Force Awakens came out, if I remember correctly. And that one had more emphasis on the internal hyperdrive guts and gizmos, I think, and on the part that you open up to put the minifigures in the gunner seats. Whereas this one for the Rise of Skywalker version, I liked how instead of having all of those plates fold together with all those huge gaps lining the top part of the dome, they actually they connected all of the parts together using those 1x4s with a joint in the middle. It was very, very, very
Nice.
solid on the for the dome part, and then I don't know, the interior just looks completely different, save for the exact center of it. They focus on a different part every time. I swear, it makes me want to gut several Millennium Falcons and make a perfect, quote unquote, perfect version.
You're gonna become a Millennium Falcon taxidermist.
Oh my
Millennium.
gosh.
Bruh.
Bruh.
You can start the new museum for the Millennium Falcons.
I love it.
Brother owns the one that I built forever ago. This is, I guess we both have a different one now. Another thing I really like is biggest gripe I've had before with the Millennium Falcon is the fact that the usually the satellite and the guns are mounted on those 2x2 swivel plates. This time they're mounted on mixel joints, so they actually stay where you put them.
Base.
They look in a set direction, and they will stay in set direction without moving until you move them. So
Mixel joints.
that's pretty cool.
yeah,
What's the
Millennium
Rise of
Falcon is the
Skywalker one
future
that
of
you got?
construction.
I'm like,
It was a Rise of Skywalker one you got, right?
yeah, the Rise of Skywalker one. It comes
Yeah.
with one new alien guy, Chewbacca, R2, 3PO, and older Lando.
Yeah, I like this one a lot more than a lot of the previous ones that are not Ultimate Collector Series. Like you said, with the fact that it's actually not as gappy, and like the normal circle. Like they fixed that pretty well though, because that's usually
Yeah,
been like a huge break about a lot of the other ones. You know that because of
it
the
was
size.
really cool to see that. And another thing that I really liked is they actually were using more of those line runner pieces all around the exterior hull to add more of that detailing. And they actually used the minifigure roller skate pieces as some of the side detailing. I never thought that I would see roller skates attached to a Millennium Falcon and it would work. The thruster in the back too. The last time I built one, it was just a Technic tube that was translucent blue. This time they actually used the 1x2 translucent blue tiles, and that look is a lot better than previous iterations, I think.
Yeah, because like the white background makes it look like it's actually like lit up. You know?
Yeah, it's awesome.
So what you're saying to me, Zach, is The Rise of Skywalker may not have had a good movie, but it does have good Lego sets.
Yes.
Well,
It had a good Millennium Falcon.
just had that
Very
one good
specific.
set.
Yeah.
Had a good Millennium Falcon set, I can say that for sure. I haven't gotten any other Rise of Skywalker sets, nor have I seen much of the other sets because I wasn't paying attention, but
Need my Babu Freak set.
Oh goodness.
A Babu freak.
Okay. All right. Anyone else?
Yes, I'll keep it short though. So Hayley had 1 set, Zack had 2. I'm gonna double that again. I built 4 sets. I took from last BrickFeed the suggestion to build the hidden side shrimp shack and the boat. I built the boat first, then the shrimp shack.
Oh heck yeah!
Then I built this pencil holder set that I got when I was visiting Ven last year, which is like a
Oh my god!
it's like a shed and a lawn, and then like inside the shed is where you can put like your pencils and stuff. It's pretty cool. And then the last thing is my Lego Bastion set, which I already just put a video up about it yesterday. The last quarter of it is a joke, just to clarify, but it started off kind of serious, so that's fun. But
Great
yeah,
video.
It's
It was
Overwatch.
nice to catch up on my backlog. I think I have just the hidden side graveyard left, and then I'll have built everything I've bought over like the last year.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Leo, when are you gonna get a Lego set?
I have some. I built a little micro build Corvette from Halo from Mega Bloks. So.
That's not
not
a
Lego.
Lego set.
That's not Lego. dude.
Why is he
That's
here?
still cool.
Because
I think it's
LJ,
cool.
because you just take like one letter away from Lego and you have Leo.
Oh my gosh, that's
for
really
sure.
why he got hired.
The Leo brick.
The Leo brick. This guy needs to stop.
I'll build a
What is this?
Lego set next time. I promise.
Really,
The
will
Babu
you?
Freak set.
Yeah, I will.
The Babu freak.
The new hit series, Leo's
Sure.
Legos.
So, anyone else?
Leo's Lego lessons.
Lego less.
We're about to have a problem.
That's so good. Legolas, the Mega Bloks review series.
Oh no!
No, 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 no.
We're not
That
doing
will
that.
not.
We're not doing
That will
We are
not
doing
be
that. You're
here.
a Lego channel.
Yeah, no, no.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, that darn right. So I actually built. So I didn't build 3 Lego sets, but I got to watch people build 3 of my Lego sets.
Nice.
What the heck?
So I brought 3 different Lego sets to work because on account of the quarantine, it's been really quiet and I work nights. And if there are a lot of people in the office, that it's just nothing's happening. So I brought in some Lego sets to kind of just be like, hey, you guys want to build it? And they're like, oh, wow, we haven't built Lego in so long. And they built one Ninjago set from the Fire Wave. They built a Minecraft set. Oh gosh, what was it? The farm, I think it was, from 2018, and then the panda set from this year. So I have that.
nice.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. I need to get that set.
Yeah,
Pandemic
it's very nice. I like it. It's very quaint.
You're quaint.
You're quainter.
You're quaintest.
You're quaintier than the quaintiest.
BrickFeed 124 Quintian.
So.
What was that?
That's what I've been up to.
Nice.
So we're at this point where you physically don't have time to build all your sets.
That's what I haven't had time.
Outsourcing the build.
I haven't had time because I'm hosting all of these and I'm making freaking remixed reviews.
Yes, that's definitely why you don't have time. It's not the fact that you kill yourself at the end of every month making your review chaos videos.
I have been working all month on it, and I've only had the time to finish it this last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh.
You do too much, LJ. And
Mm.
the podcasts are the stuff you should cut back
I
on.
appreciate
Yeah, no, the podcasts are absolutely what I should cut back on.
Nah,
You
man,
know,
I
you just need to
like
stop.
that you're here, LJ.
Thank you, X. I appreciate
You
the
welcome.
genuine,
see you
the
again.
genuine appreciation.
Don't lie to him. Stop lying.
All right,
LJ, know that I wouldn't lie to him, man. Don't worry.
heck
You
yeah.
don't treat
Nice
him like
to
a
see you
normal
again,
human
too,
being,
Vin.
He'll never learn.
So, we're gonna go ahead and get into some Ninjago sets now. Speaking of Ninjago, and talking about how much it is a terrible theme. No, I'm kidding.
No, save that for Ninjago cast.
Yes.
Down with Ninjago.
All right. So we've got a slew of summer set photos. We're gonna start off with the very most small, the very smallest.
Nice.
I'm so tired. So we're gonna start with
Very English.
the spinners, because there are new spinners. These are called Burst Spinjitzu Burst. And we only have 3 of them. We have set number 70685, 86, and 87. It's going to be Cole, Kai, and Lloyd, respectively. They all contain approximately 48 pieces.
Or as I like to call them, NRG2 Electric Boogaloo.
No.
These are basically straight remakes of the NRG figures back from, I think, the second wave, the third wave. I'm not sure. Snakes.
So these are like spinners or something?
They're just spinners. I think they launch out of like a mechanism using like a bionicle life counter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it looks like they have crystals to like signify their power, but this is basically the ninja like
Pieces look
supercharged with their elements.
Yeah, that'll probably never happen in the show. But the pieces look really cool. I like how those are all just one piece, right? My guess. The sides of the tornado.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be that way.
They look pretty cool.
It's really nice.
They're very much just copy and paste though.
Yeah.
If you look at this green and red one, I feel like they've done some sort of differentiating, like they had like some different accessories, something like even with the arcade machines, you know, they had completely different figures. This one just feels.
You buy one, you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that said, I do love the Boraks from Barnacle, so you know there's, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
I don't know. I
couple
like
of
the
things.
concept of launching them from the pedestal and having
Yeah.
that momentum carry the spin rather than spinning them yourself with like the head. Like they're in the
Yeah.
cocoon and then you launch them and they explode out with like energy. It's a neat idea.
It is pretty neat. I personally wish that the rubber bands would be a little more color coordinated to the spinners, though. Like, just having them all be
Yeah.
blue, I feel is kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That
The thing
is
that
true.
caught my eye though is they're sticking with translucent clear being associated with Earth. Like I noticed that with the Onua Uniter set, I always wondered why it had translucent clear instead of translucent purple on his crystal pieces, and here we see with Cole they're using translucent clear again instead of a different color.
That's a good point. I didn't notice
Wait,
that. I
really?
forgot the Onua
Good
connection.
observation.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm wondering why they don't use like translucent black or orange or
Yeah,
purple
orange
or
or
something else.
even
Like I
green.
feel like that would make more sense than translucent clear, because
Mhm.
no, that just seems kind of plain to me.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that was Onua.
Did do that. Maybe because I don't know. Maybe translucent purple wouldn't look that good with orange and brown.
Well, purple for Uniter, but orange for Cole.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm referring
Yeah.
to Cole when I say that.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense with Onua because purple was already a part of his color scheme.
I feel like
But
For this, definitely orange would have been.
yeah, they should have done translucent orange. Ooh, translucent brown. Now that would have been spicy.
honestly, I
mean,
suspect.
usually when there's questionable like color choices, it's usually like a printing concern. So
Yeah, I wonder if they have that.
Yeah, that's
We'll
probably
have
why they
these-
didn't do black. It would probably muddle the gold, make it look darker.
Possibly. Yeah.
I
One
actually.
thing that's. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I have no idea.
Oh,
You go ahead.
I would say
go
an
ahead.
interesting piece to this is the hat. Like, I don't really know what the hat is for because they have their hoods on,
I
and
thought
so
that
if
was
they
a
have,
stand.
interchangeable hats. Come on,
Yeah.
there's
they
like
just have a
headwear.
little sensei hat.
They're going to TF2 round, you know, just hats. More hats.
They're
You want
boosting the
hats?
hat economy.
Here,
It's
have a
back.
hat. There's a figure and a hat.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure they look really
What else is
awkward with like their entire body glowing, and then they just have like a straw hat on their head.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's an elemental straw hat. All right,
Ah,
there you go.
The elemental hats.
Elemental
Hype.
straw hats. Get them now.
I like these, but at the end of the day, they are spinners. So
Yeah.
you know what
Very
you're
true.
getting.
Very true.
yeah.
Let's move on to the next one.
All right.
Okay.
Elder.
Yeah. So next one, it's gonna be the 4+, so we're not gonna spend a lot of time on it.
Yes.
Legacy.
Can't wait to
Uh,
get that for my kid.
Next one is set number 71703 Stormfighter Battle, and I don't actually have a part count for this.
Yeah,
It's small. It's very small.
I believe it's 165 pieces.
Okay.
Because promo bricks does
Yeah.
give piece counts
165 pieces.
actually as it's so bizarre. The Lego community databases have not exactly been great about these summer sets. All the information's split between different places.
Yeah.
Like Brickset has a set name, so they don't have the piece counts. Promo Bricks in German, it has German names, but it does have piece counts. So it's this set is pretty standard fare. It does one thing and one thing alone, and that is we have a redesigned Exotoa blunt shooter piece.
All right.
It's made its return into the modern era with a crystal.
Exotoa Shiter.
Yes, it looks super cool.
This
That's
is
about it.
this is a pretty standard kid set, and it's also it's a mix between 3 different themes. It looks like because they're trying to go for the cops and robbers theme with the jail there that you can see you can stuff the snake dude into. But then it's Ninjago, but it's also a juniors theme. Don't get me wrong, the jet. I think the jet is cute and clever, but it's definitely. I don't know. This set kind of confuses me.
No, it makes
There's
sense.
something for everybody.
Yeah. I get it.
I mean, it comes with the cool dragon sword of fire looking sword there, so that's pretty neat for a set like this.
Yeah, seems neat, cute for the kids, not for me.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's a
Okay.
very accurate sort of fire.
Did a good job of taking the larger sets and condensing them down, though. They did a pretty good job of capturing important details.
Yeah, I
For
was gonna
sure.
say they do a great job minifying everything. So
Yeah, especially with Jay's jet there, the ability to flip out the wings just like the larger set. That's pretty cool.
I dig it.
I like that
Okay.
they're continuing the theme of them just fighting snakes. Though. So
Yeah.
Well,
they
it
just
is.
keep coming back.
Snakes
Or
bad.
they just really hate snakes.
I just find that one
It's a
image in the
remake.
corner pretty funny.
yeah,
Oh,
give
it-
Ninjago
the next
3
three
days to
sets-
get back to.
This set and the next 2 sets are just remakes. Zach.
wait,
So
what is this one a remake of?
Not any set in particular. It's a remake of an old sub theme, that being the snakes. So technically, they're not new snakes.
No, it's
Yeah,
definitely
but we're still just seeing them fight snakes. Instead
no.
this one.
So this actually is a remake. It's a remake of this set number 9442, Jay's Stormfighter, released in 2012. Set released with approximately 242 pieces, retailed for $25.
Bruh.
So
Somehow the smaller jet looks better than the bigger
Yeah.
jet. I don't know how that's possible, but they definitely made him.
I mean, I
cute.
just think those wings moving on it looks like mixel joints in the back. I think that just makes it so much more fun, I guess.
Mhm.
Like more
And it's more
functionality.
polished, much more polished, like the front, and you don't really see that many whatever they're called.
All right.
well, I'm gonna go ahead.
Whatever they
and
are.
I'll quickly put a
Duds,
picture up of
yes.
comparing the two. This is
Hayley.
how these jets look. So, okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. Next one, also a legacy set. This is gonna be set number 71704. Kai Fighter contains approximately 513 pieces. Now this is also a remake. of a set released in 2014. Set number 70721, Kai Fighter. The set released with approximately 196 pieces and retailed for $20.
I have this set because you got it for me.
I remember.
Imperial Kai
So
Fighter.
I remember this well, and I really liked the old Kite Fighter. This new one, I feel, quite succinctly demonstrates how far Ninjago has come when you look at them side by side, because it's very easy to dismiss it and just be like, they're both jets, but the new one is like 20 times more angular and aerodynamic, and the old one is just like very flat, very blocky, very like chubby by comparison. And the new one has so many angles and slopes, and the stickers really bring out a lot of color versus the old ones, which look very tacked on and faded. The new ones are very vibrant, and they cover the entirety of the pieces rather than hanging off the sides. It also
Dang.
redesigned the placement of the shooters, because in the
Yep. Did he
whereas
cut
the new
out?
one has them integrated into this.
If you wanna just listen to what he said in slow motion, you'll get the last part.
Okay.
That's pretty cool looking.
Did I cut out?
Wow.
Yeah.
No, you cut out, then you like
Yeah, lovely.
you sped out the rest of your.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the shape of the wings.
Yeah, I can.
It's a good reminder that they're really, really kicking up their game, especially if you compare even the legacy version of Days Jet to his original Storm Jet. The two of those, it's like night and day how crazy cool the upgrades are, and still keeping true to the original shape of what they were going for. I really, really like it.
I mean, I'm glad that Lego has moved to abandon flick fire missiles. Like they're going towards the spring shooters, which they have like built into the hull of this like jet, to where I think you just have to like press something on the back and it will cause them to fire. Versus the old Kai Fighter, which is like, let's just have some flick fires hanging off the side. Is not good. But that's basically all I have to say. It's a marked improvement.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
For the new one, though, you just touch them above to fire the flick missiles. Because you just touch like above the lightsaber bar. Like there can't be, there's no mechanism on top
Flick
of
fires suck.
So, I'm actually more of a fan of the original one. Just because to me it seems like the more stable build than this does. And I'm sure this is a stable build, but it almost feels like a UCS of the Kai Fighter. Because the Kai Fighter it's a small, very personal jet, as we've been familiar with it. This is a very large aircraft. It is a much,
It does look a lot bigger.
much bigger
It definitely
jet.
is.
Definitely a lot wider.
Yeah. So it feels like a massive upgrade. It's just not an upgrade I was really searching for. So it's cool.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not for you, Eljay. No, I'm just-
Evidently, it's cool.
It's twice as big.
Yeah, nah, not for me. But it is a very impressive design.
This is coming this summer?
Yep.
Yep.
Speaking
We'll talk
of
about
things.
the controversial one.
Wait, what?
The controversial one, Eljay.
There's controversy about the next one, the flagship.
Somewhat.
All right, in that case,
Oh
we're gonna go ahead.
boy, Lego controversy.
We're
I
jumping
can't-
into the next one. This is the flagship of the Legacy Wave for the summer. This is going to be set number 71705, Destiny's Bounty. The set contains approximately 1,781 pieces.
Another bounty.
Yep. Another.
Yeah, we get another bounty. Which one is this one? This is
is
like
the
bounty
fourth
number
bounty.
5.
That is the fourth
There's
bounty.
4?
Because we have the original bounty.
4, 5, 6.
The original
Bruh.
bounty.
Dude,
we got the
Lego
movie
start
bounty.
feeling like Destiny with all these bounties, man.
What about the land bounty? We got
Oh, yeah.
movie bounty, land bounty.
That is true. So,
Big bounty, little bounty.
generally speaking, people's issues with this set boil down to the fact that they would have much preferred, rather than a tiny, weird-looking bounty, if they had gone all in for the theme's 10th anniversary and just made a UCS Destiny's Bounty. because as it stands, this is only 400 parts smaller than the movie bounty, the last one released, which looks way better.
Yeah.
And it's meant to be an upgrade of the original one, which, I mean, to be fair, it is, but it's also evolved a lot past that since. So this isn't necessarily remaking an older set, it's downgrading a set that was already made better. And when you pack all those minifigures onto it, it lacks the width that the movie bounty has. It looks like it's overflowing. It looks like the minifigures can barely even like fit on the thing. They're just like pouring out the sides.
No,
Um,
no. I personally I find these to be bad takes because this isn't. The framing of this is weird. I don't know why people are comparing it to the movie bounty. It would be like comparing the gamers market to Ninjago City Docks. They're not from the same place. They're just not from the same design sphere. They're not really too comparable. The movie bounty is nothing like the standard bounty. It's a different ship. It shares the same name, but the design philosophy is different. It's more of an homage to the normal bounty than anything else. This one that we're seeing right here is a remake of the 2012 Destiny's Bounty. Set number 9446, Destiny's Bounty, came out in 2012, released with approximately 680 pieces and retailed for $80.
It's an upgrade.
It's
I
a
can
major
tell you that
upgrade.
much.
Also,
It's a huge upgrade.
we see that this ship still carries minifigures. It carries 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minifigures on
Wow, carries
it.
everything, yeah.
It can carry
Including-
all of them there. Yes, including Lloyd. We'll get to that in a sec.
It looks tiny.
The
minifigures overwhelm it.
Maybe, but then you can put someone inside, and then it's not as much of a problem. The original Destiny's Bounty, the big flagship set for most of seasons 1 and 2, had 6 minifigures, of which only 3 belonged on the ship.
Yeah.
You're getting your entire character cast and crew on this ship, and they all fit.
I'm not arguing value. I'm arguing that this set does not look like it uses 1,700 and whatever pieces.
Yeah.
It's built very compressed, and
Just like everything now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it doesn't go for scale, which to me is a mistake when you're trying to make something grandiose. This looks like an $80 to $90 set, partially because of how the minifigures frame it, partially just because of like how it's built. But like, how much is this? This is gonna be like 130, 140. And it might be fine by its own merits. You're right that the movie bounty uses different design language, but I would have I definitely am in the camp that the appeal of Legacy is seeing older things redone in better forms. And design language or not, the bounty has been done in a better form. I would have much rather them done a movie style bounty build with the color palette of the TV show, which is what they did in the actual TV show. They merged the two.
Well, yeah. I do agree with that. I do think that it should still be season 1 and 2 Destiny's Bounty, because that's such a traditional look of the ship that we've completely lost through the years.
True.
But I, like you said, I would have rather them wait for this set to be next year, have it be the same scale, if not bigger, from the movie bounty, but really take on that first year set where it's longer, it's sleeker, it looks like the traditional pirate ship, has all the ninja on it, and it's like, this is, if there's one thing that's lasted all 10 years with Ninjago, it's the Destiny's Bounty. Nothing else has lasted.
Maybe don't go
Ninjago.
for the height like the movie bounty
Yeah.
did. Maybe go for the width.
Go
like
for
you're
the
saying.
width. Yeah, go for like the style, because it has like, it's very sleek. It doesn't have like, the building, the very like compressed building on top like the Destiny's Bounty does. It doesn't have like the chunky sides and the all the detail on the side with the what are they called? The
Greebles?
little
I don't know
think
what you're
so.
trying to
It's
say.
like the life preserver things. It's like the preservers on the side. It has like a lot of attention to the side, while the one in the show is just all about like it's just all wood. If we like for 10 years have a pretty big version of that, and that's
And the one in
honestly
the
that could be
show
one
has
of
the
it.
life preservers too when they redid it.
When they redid it, yeah.
It's
So
like,
the, like 1 and
yeah.
2. So
Yeah, thinking about this and seeing how big the boat is in the show, personally, I would have loved to see them do something on a Lego Pirates of the Caribbean massive ship scales, so that we could see
Yes.
something more accurate to the show. It would have given them more room budget-wise to actually go for accurate sloping and shaping. Maybe I do like that this is paying homage to the original set, but as much as I think this set is cool, I'm definitely on the boat, but I'm of thinking that this is looking a little too cluttered and
Mhm.
compact to warrant that price tag just off of appearance alone. I would have loved to see them go with something a little bigger, more grandiose, something more fitting of what it actually shows in the TV show.
There's also a weird little minor thing, which is irrelevant, really, because in the grand scheme of things, like it's just not happening. But there was a leak of this set, which we obviously didn't talk about, which had Garmadon, and he had the mega weapon, and he had his hair, and it was an exclusive minifigure, and for some reason, that's not here. The only exclusive minifigure to this set got removed. So now we're left, I guess, with Little Lloyd, which is exclusive. It's old Lloyd with the movie Lloyd face. It looks
Yeah,
freaking creepy.
Seeing Tiny
One-
Lloyd with bright, vibrant green eyes on that yellow minifigure skin is
Well,
very unsettling
it's
to
not
me.
really the eyes. It's not really the eyes. It's the eyebrows. Those are some
Too.
big eyebrows on a child. Those are like full on Dave Franco eyebrows on this little 7-year-old.
Dave Franco eyebrows.
Now, one half of the face, or not, I guess not half the face, but one side of the face is kind of cute because he's got like that little tiny like smile, the menacing smile, but then he has a scared face, and it looks like grown Lloyd being scared of something in a tiny child's body.
Yeah.
So not exact. I love the outfit though. Outfit's
Yeah,
great.
it's cool. It's a cool outfit.
So we can put Lloyd's old face on it, and hopefully it will look better.
I dig it.
I'm
I
crazy,
like that
but it
the
looks
eye
like
is a gold cupcake.
Yeah.
I don't.
Just gonna
Alright.
say, call me crazy, but it looks like they preserved the function of like the opening and closing sails, and also there's the chain for a dropping anchor. That's pretty cool.
Oh, they did. It's really freaking impressive. The mechanisms are all there.
I don't.
I
get
hope
the
there's a lot of
clue.
interesting stuff within the boat, like they did with the movie Bounty. They had a lot of Easter
Gotta
eggs
be able to
inside
open
of
up
it.
or something. Yeah.
Movie
Yeah.
Bounty was also made to look nice for a cinematic release, though, so it's not really
Yeah,
a fair
fair.
comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
They had the budget for it.
Yeah.
it would be like me hoping that the next. We're gonna talk about another flagship set here for the next season of Ninjago. It'd be like me hoping that it is going to be of the same expected quality and scale as Ninjago City. I don't feel
Yes.
like these
We-
expectations that have been built up by the city bounty, I feel, are false expectations. Granted, I never got the city bounty. There's the film bounty.
The movie Bounty?
Yeah, movie bounty. I'm also not I'm not a fan of it personally. I'm not big on its look. It's an impressive build. It's an impressive design. Not really a fan of it over the normal bounty. I think the normal bounty is a better looking ship. It has a more cohesive appearance. I like its coloration.
Man.
It's red.
I like
When I
its
saw
shape.
Var building that movie Bounty in front of my face, I was pretty mad jealous. That thing looked yoked.
Very,
I
very
still
impressive.
stand by my opinion that is the best Ninjago set ever made.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a spicy topic. What is the best Ninjago set ever made, everybody?
Ninjago City, easily.
I'm biased
we'll
and I
we'll
like
see.
dragon, so I'm gonna say
Yeah.
the Ultra Dragon.
Ooh, okay.
I would say what it is.
but it would be a spoiler for later in this episode.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, me too. I'm just like the best Ninjago set.
How
might
can you
be,
review something that doesn't
making his
exist
debut
yet?
right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think
Alright.
we're ever gonna get Ninjago sets that will match Ninjago movie. Unfortunate. I would like to say that they've got something up their sleeve for the 10th anniversary of Ninjago. I don't think so though.
I remember when
don't
I
think
thought we
so.
were gonna get a cool Bionicle set for the 10th anniversary.
Hey,
Giant
hey,
brick-built Monterey
hey.
robot.
Instead, you've got cancellation.
Right.
And Bionicle stars.
We're gonna get for the 20th. We're gonna get Sakota's project. It's gonna happen. Dang it.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Fingers are crossed for that. That'd be
Gosh, I'm
epic.
so hopeful. I'm so freaking. They released his interview.
Gotta
Lego
have
Ideas
faith.
did an interview with him, and they posted it to their
Ratatouille
Gotta
website.
coming
have
to
faith,
screw us.
faith,
Listen,
faith.
no. Leo, you had better be just rooting against Ratatouille because the second Ratatouille gets confirmed, you are a dead man.
Who wins epic giant robots or rat?
Imagine Ratatouille beating Bionicle.
It-
That'd be so funny.
Listen, it doesn't matter who wins, Leo loses. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that this is an unwarranted controversy. I think the ship looks fantastic. It's a great upgrade to the original set.
I
and-
think it's a
You
warning.
just said moving on,
I'm
LJ.
Yeah, LJ just wants
Listen,
that
man.
last laugh.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what, you're all wrong. Anyway, let's move along.
What's that last
I'm
word? Yours, not mine.
I'm gonna
Oh
buy
my
it
gosh.
and put it next to my other brownie and be like, yes.
Your
It's
other
bouncy
brownie?
No, she said
Destiny's
brownie.
brownie.
You need to check your hearing, man.
brownie.
You really need to check your hearing, man.
Okay.
Alright.
You need to check your attitude.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
You need to check out this next set from Ninjago.
Oh, dude.
This is gonna be
That braid.
set number 71717. Journey to the Skull Dungeons. It's gonna release with
Yeah,
approximately
boy.
401 pieces.
Goals. Welcome to Ninjago where everyone's
Or
dead.
for
Dang, we're still looking at
Deutschlanders
Ninjago
out
sets.
there. Reise zu den
Oh
Totenkopf
my God.
I
verließen.
feel that.
Dude, I
Oh.
love this.
401 pieces.
I love that they're going like heroic at 2.0 with this wave of
Probably
Ninjago.
butchered the
It's
heck out of that
everything I
name.
wanted.
Spoken
Hero,
German
their
for
hero
years.
ninja
Heroes
fighting the
to the
incredible
core.
villain of Mert.
I was waiting for you to say more, but there wasn't any more.
So they have like a spinner dice thingy that you get.
The
as well?
spinners are
Wow.
dice. You spin them
Does it
and
come
whatever.
with a D20? Yo.
Yeah, man.
It's
Dungeons and
unclear.
Dragons Ninjago.
It is
edition.
unclear as of now what exactly the game function is, but all the sets do combine together to form a giant, like sprawling, like board game-esque setup, and it has something to do with the spinner dice. We don't know. We don't know how deep it goes.
Now compatible with Lego Super Mario.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh my
something like that.
Their faces light up.
They're gonna make a
And they
Bluetooth
talk.
ninja that you have to jump
Oh my
around.
gosh.
And they're gonna name him Nick Bluetooth.
Oh
2.
my god!
It all comes full circle.
But can we take a moment?
It all comes full
Admire-
brick.
Can we take a moment to admire the box art? Like,
It's
oh my
so good.
gosh,
It's so good.
it's really good. I have no idea where they are.
They're
It's
in
some of the
Ninjago.
best
The
Ninjago
box art for
art.
these is honestly
straight from the
amazing.
underground.
I mean,
There's
they're
some
doing
kinda,
the
like,
typical.
vortex in the sky. It's like
Looks like they're in a cave, but they're doing the
Yeah.
typical red blue thing that's in all the posters for anything with epic.
the best part of the box
Harder.
art is Cole on the lower left.
No,
Looking in the corner.
you know,
Isn't that
Cole
like-
finally gets to be on the box, and you look at it at the wrong angle, and he looks freaking weird.
He looks cross-eyed.
He looks very cross-eyed. I bet it looks really cool straight on and from the side, but this angle does not do him well.
All the people who always wanted location-based sets are probably very happy with this wave because there's some good ones here. It's just a pretty
Yeah.
simple staircase, but the architecture is there on a minor scale to make it look good.
What if the Cole
Yeah.
minifigure
It's a
in these
good
sets actually was
educational set
crossed?
too. Like, I
Then
noticed
I'm gonna make
a lot
you
of,
cross-eyed.
Oh,
a lot of conversations I've had with like my cousin or my brother. It's been a lot of they've asked me how I do stonework and building different rock structures, and I got my inspiration from other people that build stuff. But I like what Lego is doing with these. It's kind of encouraging people to think, oh, if you stagger this and make it look all like blocked up and weird, it looks like it's jagged rock. And I like that they're being a little more educational with their sets to inspire people to build stuff like it.
That is actually, yeah, I'll agree with that. I really like the design of the staircase that we have here.
I like that we're getting
Very
this type
creative.
of theme at all, because we haven't had like an actual castle theme for the longest time. We've gotten like Lord of the Rings and like Nexo Knights, and now we got getting it through Ninjago. But I really like that we're getting like
that's
orc.
so weird.
Yeah, I like that Ninjago's going like full on in. Like I've said before, when they went like super cyberpunk just now, and now they're going full on in with like a completely different theme. Like I like that we're getting these themes, like albeit through Ninjago. We're getting Ninjago Knights basically. They just became Nexo Knights in and of themselves. It's pretty funny. Like Ninjago is just gonna become Star Wars at some point as well. You'll see.
Yeah.
But
I really like the flexibility of the stairs here too.
I'm ready for space dragons. How about you guys?
But we're getting like orcs, and like D&D type stuff.
Mert,
Mert the orc. Hype.
Yeah. So I think that's really cool. I think that's a neat theme they got this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the suits look awesome. Like somehow they made, like you said, they made the knight thing work as well as the ninja thing works at the same time. You can still tell they're ninja, but they've got the protection and stuff like a knight. I like their hoods especially. Their hoods are really, really cool.
I don't like the armor because they are very much suffering from Ninjago armor syndrome, which is they'll just have like they won't be the same on each side. Like they have just one huge shoulder on the side, which really limits their usability and like other minifigures. And like it's like you'll see it so much Ninjago. I've for the longest time I've just wanted like armor in which you can have like swords in the back, and it's not like huge pads, but like in black, or something. But it's just never happens. But that's personal preference. But like all the armor that you see from Ninjago, they always have like one really big shoulder. Even the orc guy here, for example. Just look at him. That's what Ninjago is all about.
All right. You guys want to move on to the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This one has me excited.
Next one is set number 71718, Woo's Dragon. Set releases with approximately 321 pieces.
Woo's Dragon hype. Because why bother keeping the cool Chinese, dragon that was unique and well built that you used to have when you could have a generic dragon like everyone else?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Can we take a moment to appreciate that the back of the box shows Wu about to just casually decapitate that imp that is realizing he's made poor life decisions?
Poor Black, dude. You just leave Black alone. Black.
Black.
I mean,
So
like,
this is not-
I'm half kidding. I did like that Wu's old dragon was unique to him, but this new one is really, really well built.
This is not a remake of that dragon, though. This is just his dragon in this season.
He was just like traded his old one out for a new one. It's not the same.
See, you're fired.
All the reasons I liked the older one is just not here. I really like the older one that was like actually brick built wings. And this one just.
Yeah, the older one had like that Chinese dragon vibe going on too with the face design and all. And this one, I mean, it looks cool. I like it. It's a dragon.
I can see why they redesigned it, because a Chinese dragon in kind of like a knight's setting is not really going to work. So it's very clear they went for that more European style dragon.
Yeah,
that's a very good point.
I do want to say that I have been pretty so-so in terms of the big like plastic tarp wings that they've been doing mostly, but for this, I do like it because it actually fills out and makes it. This works. I don't know how they did it differently, but just looking at it, it looks like it works better than what I've seen so far.
I mean, I like that it's solid and not like ripped, which we'll get into. But...
Yeah.
I think it helps that it actually has printed details on like vinyl rather than just being cloth. But I still prefer brick built. But that's just me, because I just look at like the mocking potential of things. I mean, I could use these, but I don't like. I just like brick built. Okay, I just like bricks to use, man.
I feel like they're a little tedious to set up too. The vinyl wings, like just in general on like the different sets that they use it. Like I always have a rough time like setting it up, but
I do like
love
it
the-
though.
but the brick build could be
I
cool.
like the head a lot. The head is really like sleek. It isn't like big and like angry looking like most of the dragons. It's just like kind of solemn almost. But
It doesn't
really
look like the
nice.
jaw can open up, unfortunately, but it still has cool shaping to it.
Yeah, considering how small it is, it's pretty
Yeah.
good shaping. But like keeping it at that scale.
All right.
Okay. First, my thoughts are, it's kind of a dragon. I definitely prefer the prior one, but that is an excellent point that you made, Zach. I did not even consider that. Okay, next one. Oh boy. Next is set number 71719, Zane's Minnow Monster. Contains approximately 616 pieces.
I think Brickset may be using wrong translations. It's minnow creature.
Okay, well, I didn't read it off of BrickFeed. I read it off of the Brick Fan.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, right away.
Yep,
Right
no.
away. Just coming at you right here. New part on the shoulders of, like, we've seen this part used in like some other sets that we're going to talk about later as well, but this is a brand new part right here, and I love it's like some hexagonal like carbon fiber armor looking thing. And you know, it's definitely going to be something you're going to see this everywhere on mech builders. They're going to use this on. It's just, I see so much potential. Like, I don't care about anything else in this set, honestly, because I'm so happy about this brand new piece that it's just going to see so much use on so many different things, you know. And that just overshadows everything for me, honestly.
I
So,
think
I just want to
my
get that out of the
favorite,
way.
my
The shoulder
favorite
piece?
picture. My favorite picture from this set is this one picture they have of just with like a white background. It's one of the alternate images, and it shows this amazing, cool rhino in Cole's season, and that could totally be Cole's. It looks like Cole's. It's rock themed. Yeah, it has a little bit of white, but it has the big rock pieces. And Cole's just sitting there, laying on his side, chilling in his spinner, while Zane gets all the glory and fights.
that is
on
the only
rhino.
reason why I hate this set, because it obviously should be Cole's, but yet Zane is like somehow is the one who's doing it.
Cole's might
And we'll get to Cole's set, and you will hear me explode. But this
It's a
this
really
set is
awesome one.
beautiful. I love it. I love the shape. It looks like
so good. Yeah.
it like the way the way that the legs are set up. Like you can see like the strength of the rhino, and the head is like the eye. Like it is just so well done. That just the shaping, and of course, you know, we get the two other creatures.
It's Black and
Gink-
Ginkle.
Black
Ginkle.
and Ginkle.
Did what Chima never could.
Which I like how they included ears on them. That's really cute. But they look like good minifigures. But your name, come on, do the names, right? The names. But yeah, I
It's
love
like
this set.
It's like Chima and Bionicle G2 have lent their strength to Ninjago. Rhinos and
Chima's-
creatures.
Yeah, if all of Chima's like very animal-based sets and
Yeah.
vehicles had the quality of this, it would have survived for a really long time. But also, is there some like pictures showing like if it has some sort of function? Because looking at like the picture with the white background, you can see some Technic stuff happening there at the neck. Does it have like a
Yeah,
like
it
a
looks like
Borak
it's
style
inside.
function?
I've got a picture right here of it has the ability to swing its head
Oh
and
yeah.
ram its horn.
Yeah.
Let me upload that.
Well, that's fascinating. I got it, Zach.
Straight
Uh,
up
Oh, like a
Borak.
rhino, they can like
Mhm.
ram.
Mhm.
Okay, that's cool.
Dude, this is
Straight
a
up.
really
That's
good looking
really cool.
set. It also doesn't suffer from having it has an actual coherent color scheme all the way through, and there's no unnecessary like bright colors or something they need to be tacked on because of like characterization because of the writer or
Got so
something.
many muscles.
Yeah, I mean it just looks It's
This
really
is definitely
good.
a standout. I want this one.
Yeah.
I know what set needs a redo now that this can be done. Raw jaw
Yes!
in the
Oh,
style.
No. Meso, question for you. Is it
Yes.
just me, or are the ankle joints, the front leg ankles, are those CCBS, or are they the...
I wish. I think
No,
they're
they're
the
just system.
brick socket
It-
pieces.
Yeah.
I didn't realize those came in black. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool, but CCBS is
done
dead.
it.
They've
Yeah.
systematically purged it from everything except for the freaking gold lost leg, which has stood the test of time.
Which one?
The horn. It's the
Oh,
front
yeah,
one.
The one
yeah.
that was introduced
horn
in
is
Hero
actually-
Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the set looks fantastic. If I were more interested in sets that had this much gray or rhinos, I would definitely get it. But this looks fantastic.
I'm getting every set from this wave, dude.
No, you're not.
That's the why.
You don't have the space for it, Meso.
Yeah. The only question I
And
have
it's
with this
based on,
set
Echo.
is, what is a Mino? It says Mino creature. Not that
Rhino, Rhino.
the season is
Minoceros.
called MOM.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
maybe Mino.
Masters of
It's short
Might.
for Mega Rhino or something. I don't know.
But like I said, I don't know if
It's a
these
rhino that
these are
mines
something that
stuff.
they
Yeah, it's-
summon, or if it like comes with them, or I don't know how it works. But
I
Just saying.
only
just get
care.
cool.
You'll create great interest, Mino creature.
I
Mino creature.
only care about one thing and one thing only. And that's Gleck and what's his name? What's the other guy? Ginkle?
Black
Ginkle.
Kevin Ginkle.
Dude, Kevin Glinkle.
Kevin Glinkle.
Oh boy.
I love those names so much.
Click and Ginkle.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Gleck.
LJ, if you had a voice of a Glinkle or a Ginkle, how would you voice a Ginkle?
Hey everybody, my name is Ginkle. How's it going?
And what about his brother, Black?
Black.
A little stuck up on this topic here.
I'm black. How's it going, guys?
I don't like this.
I like you.
All right.
I like you, because black likes
Moving
everyone.
right along, I
It's
think
time.
we can get
Okay.
ourselves at a different
It's time to stop.
It's time for the hero flagship.
Yep.
Oh,
So
is it time?
I have
it's
Wow.
time
Um,
for a Hero
I have much
Factory
to
set
say.
remake. That's right,
Flip
everyone.
face.
It's set number 71720.
Oh no.
Firestone Mech. The set contains approximately 968 pieces.
having
You
built
thought the last set made me mad
What's going on? I don't see
having built
because this is
The-
Cole's season, and this is his set, and he shares it with Kai.
No,
And
no.
he's sitting in the back seat.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not even
Yeah.
violent.
Let's be honest. He doesn't share it with Kai. Kai is allowing him to be in it.
Kai lets him ride in the back.
Yeah.
Cole, we need to combine. Gurren Lagann. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh!
So that's the whole gimmick, that they're like combining their elemental powers for like this mecha or something. Because
It
wondering
looks
why
yes.
gray,
Pretty
half
cool.
gray, half red.
Honestly,
I dig it.
the first thing outside of the whole Hero Factory set comparison that I thought about was in that one Bionicle book. I think it was Island of Doom, maybe, where the Paraka, they had to combine their powers to fool all the Matoran that they were actually Toa, and they had to make like this lava rock monster and fight it. That's what I thought of when I saw this.
Can we have a cannon contest for the lava monster?
No.
Make it this?
No.
I
Let's
My
look
first
at
thought when I
Power
saw
Miners
this, my first thought when I saw this is that the helmet is a CCPS piece. We colored Star Wars Construction shoulder
plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
print, so it lives.
Abstractions
When I
last
saw
time.
this,
Kai's
was looking
print
at all
on
the
it.
similarities
But
between
it does have
this
Kai's
and
forehead.
Kai's forehead print.
freaking forehead is a Kai thing. This is Cole secret.
No,
It's,
Hayley.
it's suffering from.
It's
Ninjago.
off to a great start, Cole.
It has a giant shoulder for no reason.
Why
Why does it have one big shoulder,
Has
just
like
like
a
the
giant
armor?
blade.
Yeah,
It's
to
on
be
the
honest,
opposite side
cut
of what
someone.
they have in the armor as well.
I don't know if I really like how this is structured in terms of the shoulder armor with connected to the technic lift arm. It's pretty,
Is he lagging out for you guys too?
It's Meso robot for just me.
No, not just
No.
you.
it happens
Yeah.
from time to time.
It
happens
happens from time to time.
I used to be the robot guy. What happened?
I think the whole thing's like failing. It's giving me a red bar, even
Oh,
though
no.
it says like
Oh,
60
no.
milliseconds.
Ah,
Oh
ah,
boy.
Guys, hold
Eljay,
on.
this game.
Hold on.
it's
We're
because
being
of Cole.
transformed. New TTV season.
Okay. I
Guys,
think
we're turning into ghosts.
I can't feel my face anymore.
It's not reference the other season that was supposed to be a
I don't
crazy.
want to go. I don't want to go.
Oh my gosh.
I see the light.
No.
All right.
Just
I don't feel so good, Meso.
I think we're back.
yes, we're back.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
So
Again.
Mech
We're not cyborgs anymore.
Mech
I like
is
the I like that they're building upon the same concepts that they were working with when they gave us the Lloyd mech a bit ago. I
Mhm.
had a really fun time building that, and I can see they use the same hip construction. I agree with the shoulder armor being mounted on those Technic pieces. I don't necessarily like that, but it's something I can live with, I guess. I don't know, like the knees are bugging me.
Pre-bent knees.
Yeah,
Yep.
those
Criticism avoided.
I was already very I want to say put off, but I was
Or like-
disappointed that the knees didn't bend on the Lloyd mech, and I can see that they're continuing that trend of, oh, you want to be able to pose your legs, let's not let you.
Too bad.
it's
We'll
like
just pose it for you.
the person that super glued the bricks together. They've just stuck the
Oh.
legs permanently into the bent position.
I remember when I first saw this, it was a really blurry picture. My first thing was like, oh, it's like a system Tahoe with stone on the side.
See,
It was
you
really
pick out
fun.
the red first. Oh my god.
yeah,
Oh,
well, because
yeah.
it's predominantly red.
Yeah.
It covers it more than the.
Oh yeah.
Taco does not have thighs.
full
of
suit.
this.
Should have
I
gone
mean,
with
yeah.
the same aesthetic as actually. Let me look it up first.
You know what's gonna happen in the show, Hayley? Okay.
Yeah,
This is-
I already know.
Yeah, it's going to be a purely Kai mech. He's gonna have his left leg and left arm blown off, and Cole is gonna jump in to replace the broken pieces.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
He's just gonna be there
No,
to save the
they have to
day.
combine.
Just remember, it's called the Fire Stone mech, not the Stone Fire mech.
Ah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Fire comes first.
I
Also,
mean,
let's-
it would
Got
make
it. Here we
sense
go.
to have both of them because Cole has like magma arms, which has never been explained.
Lava arm.
See, they should have copied the aesthetic of this guy right here.
Yes.
They should have made it a big
Nice,
molten
boy.
rock
Oh my
looking
gosh.
like
Oh, gosh, I
thing.
forgot.
You know how cool that would have been? You know how cool that would have been?
Listen,
Yeah, it would have been pretty cool.
I know for sure the mech is gonna get destroyed because they're facing off against the true destructive power of not just Mert but Mo.
Mo.
Oh no, it's Mo.
Yeah.
Mert
Mo.
and
The
Mo.
ninja have nothing against
Mert,
Mo
Larry,
and
Mo, and
Mert.
Curly.
Mert, Mo, Gleck, Ginkle. I love these names. These are my favorite names.
These are-
So good.
I didn't think they could beat Kacha or Kapow and Chop, but they somehow managed to beat Kapow and Chop.
Easily. Kapow and Chop never stood a chance against friggin' Mert. Ah.
They held the champ for a while for like most unique villain names, but Mert. Eljay, how would these orcs sound? Mert and Mo.
I don't know. I'm gonna stick with Gleck and Ginkle.
It's black. Like,
Glinkle.
Sorry, Black and Ginkle.
We haven't even gotten
I
all the
think-
names out yet, huh?
I mean, the set is gonna, like, it's deliberate choice by Lego at this point to not have knees in a lot of their mechs, because their focus groups tell them that they don't need it, or actually that they should not have them. But like, if you look outside of that, I don't think like the biggest issue is it not having knees. It's more so that it actually, like, it doesn't even, like, try to look like it has knees, with it being like at a fixed 45-degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
As well as like the upper legs being significantly longer, so it just looks like it doesn't look, it looks off by default just because it's not in like a good pose by itself, so that doesn't help it. And also, like, the thing about the coherent color scheme happening on the Rhino is just not here at all. I mean, they're going for the half and half, which can work, but here it just looks a bit messy. And also it doesn't, like, a lot of the mechs have some sort of characterization at this point, like the one that you had, Zack, was that like the big one with like it looked really like anime-esque, you know, with like big pointy wings and stuff.
It was the Lloyd mech that looked very. I guess it would have been the precursor to this, because it looks like a direct successor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and of course the
This-
Oni Titan or the Colossus being the precursor to that.
Yeah, and this one, it was the one I was thinking about. This one, it doesn't have like some sort of very like significant or different weapon. Like, a lot of them have swords, you know, and it has like a shoulder that's slightly different than the other one. And like, I feel like it's like a samurai helmet or something. I don't know. It doesn't have too much going for it, I feel.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You know what it looks like? The coloring looks like? It looks like Kai was like working on like painting it, and then he got interrupted and he didn't get to finish painting it. He just went into battle.
bruh.
Maybe the coloring, but then the aesthetic is thrown.
Yeah, the aesthetic is a little different, but I can barely even tell. Like, there's like maybe one rock on its knee that kind of looks
But
different.
the rock sticker on the upper
I feel
thigh.
like it would have looked a little better if they stuck with dark gray and black instead of a lot of light gray, because that does not really blend well with the red and gold.
I don't like
too
it.
jarring.
I think I can pretty concretely say I don't like it.
Looks like concrete.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Dang,
All right.
the hate train.
Scheme wise, I feel like it would have been better in colors. That would have helped it out a lot.
I am not looking forward to see this pop up in the show.
I am so looking forward to seeing this pop up in the show. Okay.
It's time, friends.
It is time.
Is it
Meso,
time?
Meso is about to discuss his Liwa.
Yes. Honest.
Next
No,
up,
there was.
set number 71721. Skull Sorcerer's Dragon. The set contains
Oh my gosh.
1,016 pieces.
There was a time, long time ago, in a on a website far, far away, where they posted a little theme called Lego Mario, and Meso of Yestermonth wanted to pre-order this set, and he was like, "I really want to pre-order Lego Mario. I love Lego Mario," but he went to go to pre-order, and it was sold out, and to this day, still has not been able to pre-order it. But now I know. It was a sign. It was a sign from the heavens saying, Meso, do not spend the $60 on Lego Mario because something real good is on the horizon. Just wait, because mark my freaking words. The moment that I am able to click this button and drop this money on this set for this theme, I will do it. Give me pre-order tomorrow. I'll pay a $10 friggin' markup. You reserve me a copy day one. If I can't do that, thankfully I work at a Target, so I can obsessively track shipping data and make sure I go into the back room and get one of these sets so I can get it the moment the store opens the day this set comes out. I need this freaking set in my life. It's neat.
It's a
What
pretty
is it?
shui
But it
dragon.
doesn't have knees, Meso.
I don't eat a skull!
Post a pic.
We just unlocked Kano-Sam.
This
Look at it.
is one of the coolest dragon sets I think Ninjago has come up with.
It has a ribcage!
Fantoka Dragon.
Fantoka Dragon, bro.
What is this?
Fantoka dragon!
It's a bone dragon.
It's a bone dragon. It
This
looks like
is
it's
sick.
oozing green from the inside. It looks so.
I don't know what.
Oh
Okay.
my god!
I don't know what exactly the green is supposed to be, but I don't care. It looks cool.
Undead
It's
flame.
either undead
Green
life.
is evil.
You just gotta replace that with like black, and boom, you've got a dragon.
It's got shadow spiders.
The wings
Those are just
are
regular spiders.
terrifying.
I love the wings, even if they are fabric. I love the video.
But Meso, they're see-through wings that you have.
Okay, that is one tiny thing. Is because when I first saw this, it was the transparent image, not the box image. So I thought it was like speckled white, only for the box image. To
Yeah,
show
right.
it. No, it's see-through. But I mean that kind of works because the bone pattern is more evident that way. It gets kind of lost if it was speckled white. So part of me almost prefers it. This thing is insane. Now it's not like perfect. I see people have some complaints about the build. It's a little wide, it's a little blocky, but sure that is true. I don't disagree with any of that so much. But it has an aesthetic, it has a design language, and it sees it through basically perfectly. I think it does it pretty well. It doesn't really sacrifice much. It looks really, really, really polished. I think it actually does have knees. I could be wrong, at least on the front legs. It looks like if you zoom in, there is a socket there, so they can bend and
Oh
then
yeah,
go
it
at
does
the
have on the
ankles,
front. Yeah.
which is absolutely fantastic. And it also uses friction joints, so CCPS lives. But honestly, I think that the coolest thing about it is the ribcage.
Wait. Friction adders? Are they alive?
Yeah, they're on the wings and the head. 3 in total.
Wow, snap! We have not seen them since I think last year, maybe. Last year, 2018. Like they were gone for a while there.
Yep.
Dang.
Back.
The knees move, but does the upper part of the front legs move? Because
I don't believe so.
Yeah, because it looks like they're connected to like securing the wing,
Axle.
like the wing mechanism. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily think this thing will have the greatest posability. It's probably going to be a display piece. But I
It
am.
has the Pantoka function, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Fantoka
That's
Dragon.
pretty funny. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I love it. I'm getting it. Literally. Like, does anybody know?
I might get it too, honestly. That looks sick.
Yeah.
Do they do pre-orders for Lego like that isn't licensed? Like Mario, was Mario the exception or was it the rule? I've never looked. I never cared.
Pre-orders did go up for that
ridiculed people.
Mandalorian set, so
It really
Oldly
varies.
ridiculed people who pre-order Lego. I was like, who the heck pre-order a
Dude.
Lego set?
Dude.
Yeah, I remember having that conversation.
I pre-ordered the Toa and Nika. Got them on launch. What's your
It's
deal?
fair. I mean, my deal is I've seen the light. I've seen the bright green light.
Sure.
This set looks like it's gonna be around $90.
That's fine.
Yeah, get ready for that
That's not
money mess,
bad.
dude. What if
I didn't know
Get
that,
it?
but that's fine.
what if you could get it day one on release, signed by the designer at Brick Fair?
Why?
Brick Fair is not happening, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, man, they're in a holding pattern. Okay, they're gonna announce their final decision in
Another
like a month.
Like who wants to tell him?
More like sick fair.
Wait, check out those disc shooters mounted on the shoulders right below the wings.
Yeah, disc shooters would be a thing. No, I mean like is it perfect? No. Does it like tick all my
It is a
boxes?
really
Yes.
good
Here,
set.
Meso.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It
matter.
looks amazing.
It doesn't matter if it's perfect. It matters if it's perfect to you.
It is perfect. I would not change a single thing.
There's little hearts on the side of the little boxes in the corner.
Oh my
Yeah, but who cares? We got a bone
goodness.
dragon.
Yeah,
Also,
like
the villain character looks really cool. The wings are a little iffy.
The skull
But-
sorcerer, who I'm betting is Klaus.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Because if he's wearing a mask, there's got to be something important behind it. It's the rule of masks and media.
Yeah, that's that.
Cool
I
mask.
agree. That is the rule of thumb when it comes to masks.
Mhm.
It's exactly how it was when I had mine. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But it looks really, really cool.
Dude, I just. Alright, move on. I guess we're not talking about this.
Okay.
Why is
it looks good, and they also like they have like a lot of use of white, of course, because it's like supposed to look bony, but like it's carrot like it's pulling off that look really well with like the rib cage and everything, and still holding it together, because trying to make something friendly for Lego standards in terms of playability, as well as it looking skeletal and being stable, is a lot of criteria to scratch off. And I also do think that the way the head is built is really, really nice. Like the more I look at it, the more like neat combinations of parts I'm seeing in like such a small size. So I think it's a really good set. Not a big fan of the wings, but I think it is a really good set. I think this is one of the better. I think this is probably like the second best dragon, or like it's basically it's at least top 3. I would
It's
say.
hard to beat the Green Ninja Mech Dragon.
Yeah,
That's very
Yeah, that one is so polished.
yeah, it's like that and like Wu's dragon and like this one are like really good dragons. I still consider Wu as like the best dragon, just because like the other dragon was made for a cinematic release. Haha, using that card once again.
Nice.
So I still like Wu's dragon, but I think this is. I don't know. I might buy this and like change my mind. I would say that as of this moment, they're like sharing first place, because this
Somebody
is
hook me
my
up.
personal favorite of the line so far.
I would recommend this as a set if someone's really like want a dragon. I would recommend this set. 100%.
Someone hook me up with the crispy pre-order link. I want the inside scoop.
I mean,
want
some Star Wars sets and stuff you can pre-order. So I don't really know what.
Should I pre-order, or should I just wait to use my discount? It's almost a full like $10 off.
Use the discount, Mesa.
Use a discount.
But we get our stuff so late. You don't get stuff like. Okay.
I really like. I wasn't a big fan of this skeleton head that Ninjago has been using for the longest time. The one that has like like the actual skull shape. But I think that's been a lot because of the printing, because I love the look of these skulls with this printing that they have here. So I might have to snatch a bunch of those from like Bricks and Pieces. If that ever comes back, we're kind of in a little bit of crisis right now. I don't know if you guys but yeah, I really like the skeletons. I think they're really cool, and I really
Can we
like
get
that
world news updates of that?
No, let's not do that.
Please, new series.
Too much to say. So I really like the all black skeletons. They look clean. This is a good set. This is a good set. The council has spoken.
Why isn't Cole in this set?
Because he sucks.
Listen,
Cole is just there to look at you weirdly from the side of the aisle. Like you go back, you go past, and you're like, ooh.
You get your Cole season, I get my Skull season. Let's
Yeah,
just be
but they
happy,
could
okay?
have been in the
Skull
same
season.
set.
No.
Instead, we get freaking Kai, the only red in here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you guys know any like info about the skull sorcerer guy? Like, does he have like a mask? Is he like a demon or something? Like,
no
what's
clue.
his
We don't
shtick?
know anything about this guy yet.
All right, let me know when you guys do. I want to know.
The theory is that he's Klaus, who is already a sorcerer in the show, but he's been in so many different places and canon areas that are not
Klaus?
We don't know.
Did you say Klaus?
Klaus, yes.
It's a
Klaus?
Klaus.
He's a German sorceress on a Skull dragon?
That's the theory. Yes.
Klaus.
Yeah, dude,
Klaus.
Klaus?
This guy's supposed to be some super
like
cool
that. I thought
some-
like Klaus, not
Santa
No.
Santa the school
No.
sorcerer.
Santa Claus.
He's come to deliver presents through the rib cage of a skull dragon.
No, Santa doesn't have 12 reindeer. He has a giant school dragon.
Dude. It's freaking
No, and Klaus, what does he sound like? I'm
Dragon.
Klaus. I talk
Rudolph
like
the skull cage
this.
dragon.
My name is Klaus the Magician.
Klaus.
I will defeat the ninjas with the skull dragon. You guys are all doomed. Ha 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 ha.
I couldn't defeat the ninja in this body. Yeah, he's
You gotta get that ninja drawl.
ninja. Also, the same voice actor as the Overlord.
Alright,
Nauticon. Ugh,
let's move on to the last one.
This is a good set. Let's go.
good set. Besides, it doesn't
Okay.
have colon.
So,
9 out of 10.
Finale.
last one is going to be the flagship set of the wave. It is set number 71722, Skull Sorcerer Dungeon. Contains approximately 1,171 pieces.
Literally.
Just Meso's house.
You give me a dragon, then you give me my house. Thank you, Klaus.
Oh my god.
It's literally like okay. So here's the
This is
thought
no longer
process.
full season.
Let's make Meso happy. Let's give him a cool dragon. What else could we do to up the ante? Giant brick built skull building. This looks sick, and it has white bow rock eyes.
Ooh, look at those skulls at the front. That looks so nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really love those printed white skulls, man. I want those. This is really cool. I really like the shape of the skull there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This for some reason reminds me of the System Bionicle sets, just because those were just big head and then
Oh,
random
yeah.
buildings around it.
You're not wrong.
Don't remind me of those.
Don't worry, Eljay, it's hurt my hands to take apart when I had to do that.
I appreciate you
It
did
was horrible.
you did a great
You
job.
know, there's a lot of flashy stuff here. It looks like there's like lava, like lava fall inside there going on.
Some kind of
Yeah.
like, bridge.
That
some kind of
that
lava.
bridge on the right looks really nice. I really like the design of that
Yeah.
bridge. It just looks you know.
I for one love that Lloyd is in a cage.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lloyd is back in the cage.
He's always in a cage.
Who this chick with like a little bit of blue on her? Who's that? Who's that?
Princess Vania.
Vania.
What's her
Castlevania.
deal?
We do not know.
We don't know anything.
She looks like an alien.
She does look like
She
an alien.
looks she's someone's ghost mom or something. That's
Don't
a wild
do this. Don't do
Pause.
this.
Pause. Pause.
Don't do
Pause.
this, Alex. You don't know what you unleashed.
But
What
but
gives
she
you
is a
that
good guy.
idea? What gives you that idea?
That's literally a wild guess because I've never watched a Ninjago episode.
Oh my goodness.
But
That's
like
pretty
the
good.
little, she's a good guy because she is going after that little purple guy there on the far left.
No, is that-
What is it, Hayley?
Is that Black or Ginkle?
No. Hayley, what is it? What is it? What is it?
It's Ginkle.
What is
So
it?
the concept of this season is that the Skull Sorcerer is bringing people back from the dead.
Nice.
According to Cole, his mom is dead.
Okay.
The Cole season, and you said that looks like a dead mom.
Well, it might
So
be
he put
someone
the-
else's
he put
dead
the
mom.
I hope.
Yeah,
I
it's-
hope
She
so
could just not be
desperately.
dead.
It's Jay's mom.
It's Ginkle's mom.
Get back at me. if that's
Ginkle's
bullshit.
royalty. Bow to your liege.
I do love like the layers of memery that
It's
there is in one of
Batman's
these
mom, thank you,
characters
Sakota.
there.
Yeah.
Because all right, this set contains who's the robot guy again? What's he called? He's the white one.
Zane.
Zane. Yeah, Zane. Okay, Zane. Okay, in this set there is a minifigure by Lego that is a robot ninja knight. All right, that's all of those three smacked together like a hamburger. That minifigure exists, you know.
Robot
The
Ninja
question
Knight.
is,
Robot
can
Ninja
we
Knight.
go deeper, ladies and gentlemen? Will we have a Ninjago set in which Sane
Oh
will
man.
take up like being hot dog man as well as like a ninja and a knight and like half orc and like a ghost or something? We don't know because Ninjago keeps setting the bar here. All right, we
Yeah.
just don't know what to expect at this point. So just keep your eyes open. All right.
I mean,
We never
previously
know where
Zane
to go.
was a Lego ninja detective
Yeah.
Oh, he's a
with a
detective.
trench coat
In
and
the
a
latest
Getting
season,
some
it was-
noir up in here as well. Huh?
he was
Literally.
film noir. Yeah,
Nice.
literally film noir. As a Ninjago was in black and white for most of the episode.
This set's freaking cool. It's got like it's pretty simple, you know. It's like a building with a walkway. That's basically all the set is, but it's layered in such a way to where it creates a sense of like depth and 3 dimensions that you don't normally see. And I really appreciate that because they could have just had it be a flat wall like they always do and just like make the
The
skull, but they
classic
didn't.
wall.
But they didn't. They have it wrap around. They have some height. They have some like angles to it. They have the cage dangling off the side. They have like the place where the sword is up top with the rib cage, which another rib cage. Even though it's above
What
the head
is-
and not below it.
What is inside the cave though? Because it looks like there's
Well,
something
it's
orange.
It's cool.
It's just
Just
those...
with all
Is that lava fall in there?
Probably
Because we're
lava
not-
fall.
Yeah.
Oh, the-
Yeah, because it looks like those big swords that we got from last Ninjago Live.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. So I'm
Diamond
just like,
Fire
what's,
too.
what's going on in
What
there?
are those swords called, Tyler?
I don't recall. What are they called?
Oh, I thought. Is it not the Sword of Destiny?
Oh, the skull swords. Yeah, I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
the orange swords. Yes,
No.
the swords with the skull hilt, which just raking in those goodwill points. Lego. It's called the Sword of Destiny.
Yes.
But there's a lot of Swords of Destiny. Does that mean that there's multiple Destinies then?
It's Throne Cleaver X.
Is that why there's so many Destinies bounty? I think I'm getting to how Ninjago works, man. I got it all figured out.
They're
right?
gonna go to space, and then all of a sudden the Traveler's gonna come, and
Space Ninjago.
which we got. We did get Space Ninja.
You write this down, Lego? Ninjas in space? Hey, you got it?
They considered it.
This set is freaking
I
cool. This
consider.
wave is awesome. There's so much variety. I'm gonna try to buy every set except maybe the Firestone mech because it's expensive and also doesn't look great. I think I could probably avoid that one. But the rest I'm gonna buy.
You can just buy this
Nice.
whole thing and then just play D&D. Honestly.
Because yes, well, once you buy all of the sets as you see in the back of this box, you put them together in a way to create a board game.
How that will work, we don't know.
We don't know.
No,
It's-
we
it's-
will
it's
see.
in the box.
It's a really expensive board game.
Yeah, it's a very
Good.
expensive board game. It better be worth it, Lego.
Leo, I for one look forward to rolling 3 to attack Mo and then rolling 2 to get the sword, and that's the game. I really look forward to that.
But Meso, we have
You
Mario
slew
to play.
Ginkle.
You stupid.
No,
You know
Prince
what?
Ginkle.
We still have
Nice.
Mario. It's like, why is there 2 board games coming out?
I'm telling you, it's a combining feature. We're genre hopping.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
All right, that's a wrap for that. I think.
I think they definitely have like. I mean, I'm very interested how it's going to work since you can obviously see the arrows throughout all the sets that like point where they're supposed to move towards to
Yeah.
get to like the end objective. So, should be fun.
Yeah. This is definitely a strong wave from Ninjago. One of the strongest ones so far. Last
Yeah,
season was
not-
good, but this one has like a sense of style.
It's very
Not,
unified.
not a single blue jet, you know? I'm just
Got you.
XD. Except we do actually get a blue jet in the 4+ set. But yeah, I just like I said, I like when Ninjago is going all the way. But like if we can't get these themes normally, you know, Lego Castle, where's it at? We don't know. You know, maybe they forgot it existed. But you know, at least we're getting it through Ninjago.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure traditional castle fans are excited for that.
Yeah.
No,
To get with the big shoulders.
Peel mentioned in the chat earlier that he's seen people like hate Ninjago for this. Basically, stealing other themes and preventing them from being
Theme
used.
appropriation.
Theme appropriation.
That's not Ninjago's fault though. That's
And by
Lego.
doing that, they're gonna overcome Bionicle.
Stop. Don't poke the bear.
Bionicle wave.
Well, no. Hang on. It's all right. She can say that. Unfortunately, Cole will never overcome not having a character.
This season, he won't have any sets. But
At least we didn't need an entire year for Onua. He was just a reasonable character that acted of his own volition and got to stand on his own without any crutches like a season, Hayley.
Crutches.
My gosh, crutches. A season is gonna give him character growth because they haven't had time to give it to him.
Yeah,
yet.
no. They've had plenty of
Right.
time, and they've
They don't let him
squandered
not
it.
to.
No, I
Sure,
just
they
realized
want
something. If they're
He's the
if
guy that likes
They haven't
food,
given
right?
stories.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the one that likes cake,
Is that not food?
which is food. In one season, it was food specific, but
Okay.
Guys, I know I applaud Lego strategy here. Theme appropriation, let's keep it going. Let's have Ninjago appropriate Bionicle or Construction, and then it will die the next year because no one's gonna buy it.
All right. So we're at a little bit of a
propose you
crossroads.
this. Yeah, you and I are on.
We're about to say the same thing. So
Probably.
we managed to have a very nice episode of Ninjago Cast right now. Unfortunately, we're running at about an hour and 36 minutes. And we still have all of the Harry Potter sets. We still have all of the DC and Marvel superhero sets. And we still have the 2 Star Wars sets.
Let's get a 3-hour episode.
Part 2.
Let's talk about the Star Wars sets. Let's hold the superhero sets because I'll be real, they're pretty lame. Like as a collective, they can be summarized as they're kind of lame.
have you guys talked about Monkey Kid?
Nope.
yet?
Nope.
That, what theme
Nope.
are you talking about?
So
Redacted?
I don't know why people
What's
keep
that?
on. I don't. No. The name is out there. The name of the theme is
Oh,
out
it's
there.
out, okay.
Monkey
The
King
name
is
of
a
the
new
theme?
theme that Lego's going to be releasing, presumably in
Okay.
the winter of next year. However,
We don't have sets for them yet.
no, we do. We had set photos released.
leaks.
They were unwatermarked. However, Lego has issued a takedown. They have requested that
Okay.
people take the photos down. They have sought, cease and desist and so on and so forth. Not to us. We're part of the Lego Ambassador Network, so we knew that we weren't allowed to talk to them. Talk about them. We sought their counsel first. However,
We weren't allowed to talk to them.
we're-
Monkey Kid is out. You can't talk to me. Go away.
we
Okay.
we are not going to be discussing them because we are not allowed to.
Gotcha. So there's some Lego news for you all.
Why would you
that
say
has to
that
deal
name?
with
So-
okay.
Anyway, Meso, we're on the exact same page. We're going to be talking about these 2 Star Wars sets, the 501st, and then the new one that got revealed a day or so ago. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap up.
Sounds good.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right, so that being the case, let's discuss this first one. This is going to be set number. Hang on, I got to find it. There we go. 75280 501st Legion Clone Troopers. Colloquially known as the 501st Battle Pack. The set contains 285 pieces, will retail for $30.
Eljay, I need you to paint a quick picture of the significance behind this.
Okay. To us, insignificant, except maybe to X. To the grander community at large, this is the result of a substantial social media push headed up by Ryan over at M&R Productions. He massively pushed his subscribers to absolutely flood Lego social media. We're talking Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. It was a tsunami of comments badgering Lego for a 501st Battle Pack. And about a year or so later, we actually got one. It was successful. This set exists wholly and entirely.
Didn't they first break the news to Ryan too?
Nah, I don't think so. No.
I watched his video and he said something about he sent him a message like a day before.
If they did,
so-
I didn't watch the video. Sorry.
All right, fair enough. It's kind of unprecedented.
It is. Well, no,
I'm-
it is slightly. It's only. This has only ever happened, to my knowledge, one more time. They.
So yes, Sakota says they sent him a message on April 1st and revealed it a day later.
That's friggin' funny. For the record, he is also a part of the Lego Ambassador Network. That's not a surprise. So, the only other time I remember hearing about community outcry to cause Lego to do something as far as sets are concerned was when Ninjago was not renewed. And then there was so much outpouring that they renewed it.
Woot!
So,
Long live Hamburger.
this would not have existed if it were not for M&R Productions. I personally was not a big fan of the way that he went about it. I thought that it was kind of a... I don't know. I don't like that idea, just spamming them ad nauseum.
It kind of seemed childish in my opinion.
Exactly, but I cannot argue with the results. It actually worked.
So you know what this means, guys.
Don't you
No,
dare.
don't.
It's already in
I think
review,
the
Meso.
Spam! It means spam!
Meso, what does it mean?
Hero
already-
Factory 10th anniversary.
I hate
No.
it. I hate
No.
it.
Can we get the
Gosh
chins
No.
going?
dang it.
I am
Please,
even
I'm
one
begging.
of the 7
Guys.
people that liked it, and it's not
Guys,
happening.
I'm begging. I'm begging. Brick
No.
built Assembly Tower.
No,
Brick
no,
built Assembly
no,
Tower.
no. Mock it. Put it up on Lego Ideas. Get the ball rolling. Hurry it up.
All right, so this thing has a lot of things, a lot of things, that might be positives, negatives. I don't know. It represents a lot of jumbled stuff here. So there's a lot to get into. One thing though is that we did it though, like after years. Now I'm not talking about what you think we're talking about, but there's been years. People have been plagued upon the epidemic known as the stud shooters
Oh my god.
throughout all the battle packs, the army builders. They wanted to have a bunch of clone troopers out on base plates because that's a thing. But all of them came with stud shooters. This, to this day, is the first battle pack that we have gotten with actual blasters since they introduced the stud shooters. So that's something there. But there's a big but here. One would argue that it is not a true battle pack because it's $30. It contains not two, not one, but 2 vehicles. Usually you have one little thing, just kind of torn together like a really, really tiny, like a weird speeder or something. This time around we got like a full-on ATRT. It's still a bit too big. If we're looking at source material here, but it's still there. And I for one, no matter how this set came to be, I do like that it exists. Like a lot of the 501st. There's a lot of different reasons from like whichever fan of Star Wars you might be of why you like a fan of the 501st Legion. Might be like the Clone Wars series. Might be the original Battlefront. Might just be the old comics and lore. There's a lot surrounding the 501st, but I for one, like the biggest draw for me is just that they're the most accurate representation of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 clone troopers. It's just they have well printed legs, and that they even have like the details on the toes. We have printed cheeks. There's gray cheeks on these. I don't know that might be like that's like they literally have all the details that make them look like the way they did. We did get actually a 501st clone trooper, but I wasn't a big fan of getting them because they were based on the Clone Wars TV show. So if you go look at that, it doesn't really look as good as these new ones. So I'm a fan of this. I'm probably gonna get one of these just to have those figures. Arguably, it is one of these times where you're getting the set just for the figures, and we're getting some droids as well. Which if you need droids at this point, I don't know who you are. I don't know what's going on. But I'm a fan of it existing. Honestly, I think it's a good set, but it's going to be dependent on the source materials because like if Fire First doesn't have any significance to you, it's just like, oh, they're blue this time. It's not,
That's
that's
exactly
pretty much
what I
all.
thought when I first
Yeah, you're
saw
getting
this.
It's a pretty, besides the minifigures, it's pretty rehashed when it comes to like what's in the set.
Literally, when I first saw this, because I had heard of the 501st thing, but I literally follow Star Wars so little that I didn't even know. I didn't even know like who or what they were. I was like, they're literally just this was like palette swap city. This is what was campaigned for. This is what people wanted.
I'm gonna paint this picture for you here, Meso. All right. See, a lot of people love these clone troopers that have these very specific colors to represent something nifty and unique about them, right? So the whole argument about bringing in the 501st Battle Pack is that of all the clone troopers that have like some sort of iteration that is not just the regular clone trooper, the one that have like some sort of extra color or patterns on it, these are the most significant ones. And so it's really weird that it's been such a long time until they've actually made a battle pack for these, once you've like taken into account all the different battle packs Lego's made through the years of like just the most obscure things, but not the 501st. So that's the whole
Have they ever been in
campaign,
sets before, or just no battle packs?
That literally just the one that I've shown you was the only ever 501st figure that we've got.
You know what's pretty ironic is if anybody remembers, before the Star Wars Construction sets were canceled, one of the last two we were gonna get was a 501st on an ATS.
On an ATRT, I remember that.
Yeah.
And I really liked those big vehicles, man. Like I bought the Scout one, and I think that was like the coolest thing, because you know I was like the last wave of Bionicle. I will not acknowledge that Bara Magna stuff exists. Sorry, Glistorians are terrible.
Oh, what? Continue, but still.
So I really, really love the vehicles, you know, like the Accelera and everything, you know. So I just, yeah, I'm just happy that like I'm just not happy that they didn't get the vehicles. But yeah, to get back on track with 501st, yeah, they're blue now.
Got it.
They are blue.
They fly now.
I have a friend who's got a good Star Wars collection who's super excited about this because of the fact that they've only put them out in like one set before.
Yeah,
and now
they
we're
did
getting
look
multiples of them.
Is he gonna
new ones.
subscribe?
Yeah,
to
you can actually army build 501st, which is huge for the people that are interested in it.
M&R Productions
it's a big deal.
is the Faber of the Lego Star Wars
No,
community.
no, he isn't. No, he isn't. Because he actually
He's
got
actually
something
produced
done.
Results. He actually
The
produced
argument,
results.
the statement that was just made is Meso's opinion. It does not necessarily represent TTV as a whole. Just to put that out there.
Yeah. But yeah, they're blue.
Hashtag
Yeah, it's just that.
501 Vival.
You consider this a battle pack? As a battle pack buyer, the guy has built one at some point.
I don't. It's $30.
Right?
That's just like my whole thing is like the entire point of the battle pack. It's cheap. And sure, you get like some extra pieces with a kind of bad vehicle, but I mean, you get the figures. That's
what is it normally, like 10 or 15 bucks? One of the
15,
two.
I think currently.
Yeah.
I think there was
like double the price.
One had 20. One was 20, but that was like an anniversary set, which was the Imperial dropship.
You
one.
know, this is the most Bungie thing Lego's ever done. Hey, you guys have been talking about
you guys
battle
want
pack
this.
for the longest time. Here it is.
Yeah.
But it's double price though. It'll be $30. No, but
We'll take it away at the end of the season. Don't worry.
You had to be there.
You had to be there. You want 501st? You have to be there. However, I don't like the launchers, but I mean that's just kind of part of Lego now. The stud launchers being on the vehicles.
Oh, we didn't escape them. It's on
Yeah.
the vehicle.
Yeah, it's on the vehicle.
Oh,
And I know those stickers are going to be great to place.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stickers
There's-
on this.
I assume about
1, 2,
10.
3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So if you don't like stickers,
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
yeah.
Sticker nightmare.
Other than that, I mean, I'm probably going to buy one. You know, It looks fun. I don't need more droids though. I have the original the
Roger,
droid
Roger.
thing.
Right? Everyone's got like some droids lying around somewhere.
I have a pile. I'm like, I don't need more, man. Just gotta
Right?
throw them.
I literally
Yeah.
keep finding parts to build them.
You've yet to change the design because his design is without flaw.
Yes.
Bruh.
I would have liked like a droidica or something instead of those. Like one droidica.
Yeah.
But
They haven't made one of those in a while, I feel.
yeah, every time they
They
come
make
out,
some really good ones with the
Yeah,
person.
I'll never
Every
forgive
time-
them for not doing CCVS Droidica.
Oh,
so good.
you're gonna make me cry today, Meso. Come on, man.
That would have been so good. Rolling feature finally
Yeah.
implemented.
My
Right?
I will cry the day they finally make a droidica that can roll up in a ball and still
They won't.
look good.
They won't.
I want to see CBS Super Battle Droid.
That was also
That was also part of the leak.
Oh, rip.
I'll just show them to you
I'm
after
like,
this.
I'm
We
gonna
got
buy like
pictures.
2 of those. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be great. My uncle might be dead, but let Star Wars lives.
Okay, you're done. You are done. We're moving on.
No,
Wait,
I
no,
mean,
I
like,
think
there's-
this comment. This is Dakota Mizu's comment. If your idea does not make it, we can count on Christian favor, but I'm 100% sure you will make it.
I am about to strangle. Oh gosh, how are people
Carry on.
this naive?
Carry on.
Okay,
Yep.
so
So yeah, they're
Uh,
blue. Let's move on.
yeah.
They're below.
Next up, we had a fairly substantial Lego Star Wars announcement. Obviously, this has been recorded on May 1st, and it'll probably be released on May 15th, so check it out then. However, something that happens in the beginning of May is May 4th, which is also known as Star Wars Day because May the 4th be with you. As such, Lego will often do a promotion to coincide with that. And one of the
Please tell me
sets that they revealed, I'm gonna ask about that in a sec. One of the sets that they revealed was set number 75288 AT-AT. Contains approximately 1,267 pieces. Now, Hayley, what were you so excited about?
I was messing around. I
Okay,
was
good.
like,
Wow.
I was like, May the 4th be with you. What?
Okay, because
I
I
don't think I
The
thought you were.
sad part is I could have.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be serious.
No, no.
Whoa.
I'm on the boat where I was like, shouldn't the last Clone Wars episode release on May the 4th? Wouldn't that make sense? But no, it's releasing like May 8th or something.
Ha,
Revenge of the
dorks.
Fifth is better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest with you all. It's an AT-AT.
Yeah. Another one.
It is
Yep.
AT-AT.
However,
I'm excited because I
No,
never
it's an
got
at-at.
AT-AT before.
An at,
It's
according to
at-at.
George Lucas.
at stupid Lego Masters.
So I actually very much considered getting the AT-AT when it was first released in 2014 because I wanted I looked for an AT-AT for the longest time because it was actually like close to the previous version had come out like a year before that, but I could never find it, and so I was just waited really long for them to make a new iteration, and then the new one came out in lost interest. It was just not in it for me, man. And so later, then this came out, and I remember it popped up like right as I was about to go to bed, and I was like, "Huh, it's another AT-AT." And it is another big light gray camel, but it has done some things
yeah.
that it has actually made some really significant upgrades to it that actually might warrant the price for some, might not, and that would arguably be like two main things. And that would be, for the first one, is that it actually has interior, like a lot of the previous ones, in that like they have a large big space inside, but usually there's like some sort of Technic construction or something, or you're limited in how much you can open it. Like in this really previous version that came out like a while ago, and then later they also came out with a different one that suffered from a lot of the same issues as the previous one, like this. And then if you look at the new one, it actually has interior to house like 5 people. You can actually put a speeder, which is completely brick built. by the way. They're not using like the racer car, like the motorcycle pieces at all, which is good.
We.
And the biggest one for me, all right, because I am big on the accuracy, right? And that is, if you look at any of these pictures showing it like from like upwards or like from the sides, this is actually the first AT-AT to have the proper thickness to the body. And that's some really important shaping, because if you look at this picture that I just posted in the chat, you look at it from the front, and then you look at the like previous version, the 75054 version, you can see that's rather thin up there when you're seeing the body from the front. So this one actually got the shaping like completely right, as well as having a working interior. And another thing is that the actual cockpit, you can fit two people side by side, and also have genuine Weirs standing in the back looking through. And like those are very yeah. So all of these like really important criteria to like collectors or things people have complaining about over the years, they have fixed with this iteration. With that said, if that will be worth, this is a set that's looking to be like $150 or $160. So whether or not that price, you know, is worth it for you, depending on all those criteria. I will say that if you want an AT-AT, this is a really good one that they've come up with.
I definitely want it. Never got one. Always wanted one. Now's my chance.
I have a really
and I didn't
one of the
expect
older
one either.
ones.
What'd you say?
I have one of the older ones. I mean, but honestly, what makes it? I don't remember which one it is. I know.
Is it motorized?
No, it's not the motorized one. I know Luke has like the whip piece, like the hard one to get on top instead of a string. And that's, I don't remember which one it is. It has like a ratcheted joint to open it.
I think
it
that's the
falls off.
8121 one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, which came out in 2010.
Yeah. That's not, yeah. I think it's the one I have. It's cool. It's not very sturdy. I'm scared it'll fall over. This one looks really nice. I can admit
like
that. The figures look great, which is surprising because I don't like Lego minifigures a lot.
Stop.
And the interior stuff, I didn't see those when I first saw these pictures, and I'm really impressed. And I'm like, oh, maybe. If I had money.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Leo, you have money. Just
no, I do not.
Spend it wisely.
I do not have money right now, actually.
Bruh.
Oh, no,
tomorrow though.
Leo,
they have blue pins
your
in red.
amiibos.
No, that was a pain to get in the first place.
That's also like a thing that I'm waiting to see though. Like looking at like from all the pictures and everything I've seen, and like how like the little that we see from like the Technic infrastructure, it looks like it's pretty sturdy. Because like arguably like the second best AT-AT is probably like the very first one that came out in like early 2000s or something, 2003. It actually had like similar in terms of thickness, but it was also incredibly fragile because it didn't really have the best way of parts. So I'm hoping this one is we'll wait on the reviewers, I guess, to see if actually holds up in terms of like it being sturdy, because like I said, all these other criteria they've actually scratched off. Like they actually have seats that are accurate in color because they're like sand blue or whatever. I don't know. We're getting actual interior for once. I'm really happy. What do you think, Zack?
You hit pretty much every point I was going to bring up.
Okay, that's good. You thinking of getting it? Do you have an AT-AT?
I have always wanted one and have never been financially well off enough to get one, and at this current moment and still not well off enough to get one, but if I am magically able to get it when the time comes, I will do so.
I wish I went crazy for Star Wars vehicles like you all do, but I have a one-track mind. Give me my skull aesthetic.
Oh my gosh!
Talk to me when there's a skull AT-AT.
They changed the head out to be a giant skull.
That's all you have to do.
Bone legs.
I will say that this was a complete surprise because I had not seen or heard of any leaks. This literally just a couple of days ago, just boom, full-on set pictures, and I just was like, "Whoa, okay."
There's been a lot of that recently.
Dynamite.
The days of Lego leaks are not as prevalent as they used to be.
Yep.
It's pretty much
Well,
just
I
like
don't know. I never
minifigure
took a
factory
leak.
stuff. That's it.
AT was the real Lego Leaf all along.
You start.
All right.
All right.
We actually have one more thing to discuss, but we'll have to make it brief. X, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. Should I present it?
Do you want to? Do you want me to?
I've already said I should present it. Let's
Go
do
for it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So, from the last BrickFeed that we did, feels like so long ago. We asked you once again to put a set number in the chat, and we will discuss it. The one that gets the most thumbs up. And this time, we got Ben Tennyson. I hope I'm saying that right. Who put in a really, really good set in which I am not biased whatsoever. He put the number 4950, which is a set from 1999, being the Loader Dozer.
Loader Dozer.
From the very successful Lego theme with like 1.5 waves of sets, Lego Rock. And yeah, I really like this set because
Man, I love
really
me
like
some
rocket.
power miners.
Hold up.
All right,
Lego
that's
vehicles have
That's
advanced.
it. We're shutting down.
Dang, Brick Insights rating recommended by 1 of 4 reviews. Feels bad, man.
Dang.
What were you saying, Meso?
Lego vehicle designs really improved a lot.
Yeah.
They were just so simple back in the day. It kind of looked like
Look at that bare bones
Mox.
cockpit he's sitting.
It has a charm, though. It does a charm because it has this shaping. It's got like layers, It's got like height. It's got some colors. It's
got
got blue
onions.
for some reason. It's got a Pohatu boulder, It's got stuff to enjoy. A big.
Got a wrench clip to the
Oh,
back
Hatu.
that I don't
Say
think
that,
we've
but
seen
it's-
for a really long time. Like I can't recall the last time we've seen that wrench piece. Or the 1x2 tile version of Dynamite.
Yeah, there's some classics in there, and I love that he just has a dynamite on top of his, just for no reason. It looks lit as well. But Meso, this came before Pohatu. So
But
you
it's
can't...
the Pohatu boulder.
No,
Pohatu has my
it's the
role.
other way around.
It's a very boring looking set.
The wheels
I
look
mean,
very
like-
close together. I feel like
I'm
they...
just very biased because this was like one of the first. This was my first Rock Raider set, and I really liked Rock.
Oh, Rock
Raiders.
Raiders is, it's cool. It's like that's something you grew up with,
Yeah.
No one
But
can
this-
ever take that from you, but what I can definitely take is that you had bad taste as
Oh
a
my
kid.
gosh.
Well,
Wow.
I got this as a present. But this set though is like apart from the roasting the glasses of me just making liking Rock Raiders, this is like fundamentally a very bad set because it has done two things, and that is it has a terrible parts to price ratio. It retailed for $20 and has 90 pieces.
Oof.
It suffers from a lot of Jack Stone-ness, in which there was really big pieces that are very specialized in doing one thing. And also, it, for better or worse, introduced the concept. This is considered to be the very first iteration of a big fig that we ever saw in Lego of any kind. And it's literally just one big
Solid.
piece with like a built-in arm that could go up and down. This was really cool for me at the time, though. But with that said, yeah, objectively speaking, it is a very bad set. But I always like Rock Raiders for the very charm of their very odd color scheme of being like dark and light gray with turquoise and brown. And like there's a lot of stuff, but they all the sets have a very distinct charm to them, and I really like it.
The thing I like about this is what you were just saying. It's the earthy tones. I like this color scheme because it's a very almost rough and tumble look, because it looks like a vehicle that has been going through caves, that has been going through dirt. There's a lot of wear and tear from a color perspective. I think
Yeah, it's not bright green, bright
Yep.
Orange.
Nope, no bright colors. I think there's a lot of charm to that. And obviously there's charm in its simplicity. It evokes images of simpler Lego building techniques that don't have as many unique or specialized or fantastical pieces as we do now. It's mostly just bricks and a few slopes.
It's over 20 years old.
Yeah, right? So, I think it is cool. I kind of like its quaintness. It has a lot of character to it, even if I've no personal experience with this theme.
It did also have like a working forklift thing, or whatever you might call it on the front there. I'm not really sure
Lift arm or
the
whatever.
lift arm. Yeah,
I think
because
so.
you had like a
The scoop?
you had like a lever
Yeah,
at
scoop.
the back that could make it go up and down because you
Oh,
have like
Yeah, I
that
was
brown
just looking at
chain.
the brown chain there.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's neat. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the set, and as always, put a set number, down there
Mm-hmm.
in the comment section. We'll talk about it sometime. The next time we have BrickFeed,
Yeah, in
which
2
will
months
be
from now.
sometime in
That's from
2021.
now.
Stay tuned, July.
Yeah.
All right, we're actually going to have another one pretty soon because we still have a lot of Lego stuff to discuss.
Yeah.
The day
We'll
of
probably
next
get more
week.
news by
Same
then.
time, same place, same TTV channel.
124 part 2.
All right, let's go ahead and end this with some plugs.
All right.
Cue the
Plug
plugs.
it in, plug it in.
As usual, make sure you head on over to the TTV message boards at board.ttvchannel.com. A lot of good stuff over there. You got to be 13 years or older and read our rules and agree to them. Additionally, we have Lego author Greg Farshty over there answering questions to this very day. We are currently ramping up for Bionicle canonization contests. Once again, the first one is for Hellrix and starts on June 1st. Then head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ttvchannel. Low as $1 a month, you can join our Patreon Discord server, be featured in the episodes of the podcasts themselves. Additionally, play on the Minecraft server, where you can explore the island of Matanui, Voyanui, and many more to come. And finally, head on over to Twitter at the TTV channel, where you can follow us for updates, including the release dates for videos, specifically when they will air. And finally, special for this episode, head on over to BZ Power's YouTube channel. That's going to be BZ Power for the premiere in about 23 minutes from now of On the Spot, BZP versus TTV. And that'll do it.
Woohoo.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do.
All right, anything else, guys?
No.
I'm good.
Nah.
Let's
good.
wrap it up.
Yep, see ya. Doo-doo.
Thank you all so very much for watching. This has been BrickFeed, episode 124. I'm Eljay.
I'm the XX Trooper.
I'm Meso.
I'm Invi.
I'm Van.
I'm Hayley.
I'm Leo.
And I'm Starbreaker.
And that was flawless. We'll see you all next time.
Woo!
Flawless.
Good dance,
My
Leo.
flawless.
Now go build
Bro.
something cool.
I've
Yeah.
constantly had to mute my mic because people were knocking at my door
I
telling me to
heard
leave.
Leo.